Usually I have a bunch of notes written out for you guys about the game and the positives and the negatives. But let's be honest. As much as we all love Kevin Gausman, and before the start everyone's saying he's the ace, and I am one of those people. But this starting rotation for the Toronto Blue Jays this year has not been very good. As much as we love the Wizard of Oz, in that first inning, he was abysmal. I'm going to read out what happened in the bottom half of the first inning when it was a 0-0 ball game. Dubon hits a single. Little shallow center field single. Then Alex Bregman flies out and you're feeling all right about yourself. Then Yordan Alvarez walks. Then Jose Abreu doubles in 2 runs scoring, you're down 2-0. And Kyle Tucker walks. And Jeremy Pena reaches on catcher's interference. We'll keep going here. Then Corey Julks, I don't know how to probably pronounce his name. He doubles, 2 runs score, you're down 4-0. Then Jake Myers comes up. And it's a 3-run shot off of Kevin Gausman. And before he can get a second out in the inning, there's 1 out in the bottom of the first. And the Jays are down 7-0. The starting pitching has been awful. It's something we talked about recently. When we saw Chris Bassitt throw very well. When we saw Kikuchi and Barrios against Tampa. And those are the 2 guys who won the ball games for you. Starting pitching is so important. You don't know what you're going to get from Kikuchi. As much as we love him and as much as we love his last outing, do you really believe that's what you're going to get every 5 days? I'll have to see it a lot more consistently to believe in that. Do you think after the 5 innings of Jose Barrios, do you think he's back? Do you fully trust Chris Bassitt yet? After Alek Manoah's 3 rough starts in his first 4 games, and the fact that he hasn't gone 5 innings in all 3 of those? You worried about that a little bit? Yeah, gotta be. And we all thought, Kevin Gausman's the one guy that, you can always count on. Well, his final line is 4 2/3, 7 hits, 8 runs, 7 were earned, 5 Ks, 2 walks, and he allowed 2 home runs. It's not good. And 7 of the 8 runs were in the first inning. And as a guy who's played second base my entire life and has obviously been an offensive player, when you're down 7-0 in the first inning, it deflates your offense. So I could sit here and say, well, the approach wasn't great. Vladdy 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Brandon Belt, 1 for 3, struck out twice. George Springer 0 for 3 in the game. Your guys didn't get it done. When you're down 7-0 in the first, the game is basically over. Now, sure, the Jays had moments where they could possibly get back into it. I think it was it the 4th inning? 3rd or 4th inning, where they had the bases loaded and 2 out for Matt Chapman. He had his first grand slam of his career earlier this year. You're banking on getting another one? And even if he did that, you're still down 7-5. But at least then you're in the ball game. The Jays had nothing going offensively. But I'm not going to sit here and blame the offense. Because you had nothing going pitching-wise. Before your number 4 hitter in the lineup could come to the plate for the first time, you're down 7-0. It's pretty obvious. But that's been the story of the Blue Jays season to this point. Is the starting pitching staff. Manoah hasn't been great. Gausman's first 3 starts have been really good. Tonight, the complete opposite. Barrios, other than the last 5 innings against the Rays, his first couple starts have been really bad. Kikuchi was great against the Royals. He was not great, but not full-on terrible against the Angels. And he was great against the Rays. Chris Bassitt's first 2 starts were not very good. But then he's battled his last couple outings. Who do you really trust? Now, I will always trust Kevin Gausman. I will trust Alek Manoah because we have seen it in recent time with those guys. However, their last 2 outings have not done a good job. What did Alek Manoah say in his post-game after yesterday's start? I want to give my team a chance to win. And he said, I did not do that today. What do you think Kevin Gausman's going through? You want to give your team a chance to win. You didn't make that happen today. And the Blue Jays in first innings, they're terrible. They allow more than 1 run a game per inning on average in the first. And it already puts your team in a hole. That's why the Jays, lead the league, or they're tied for the league leader, they're up there and come from behind wins. Because your pitchers are putting you in the hole early. And it is not pretty. And let's be honest, that's where the focal point is going to be for this team. Pitching staff. Starting rotation. Chris Bassitt gets the ball for the Blue Jays tomorrow against Jose Urquidy. And Urquidy in his first couple starts of the year, he has a 2.35 ERA, only 15 innings obviously, but 2.35 ERA. He's been outstanding this year for the Houston Astros. Chris Bassitt, look, his last 3 starts have been pretty good. Can he build on that and pitch well against the Houston Astros in Houston? We shall see. I have not mentioned much about the offense today because of the fact that I don't care. I will trust this offense when a game is close. But when you're getting your doors blown off in the first inning, you just can't say, oh, the approach was bad. Oh, you're down 7-0, fellas. It's not pretty. So we're going to move on because the game sucked. And let's be honest. If you're a Toronto sports fan as a whole, like myself, all the focus in the world is on that team right there. And it scares me to no end that by this time tomorrow, we will know the result of Game 1. So that is where the focus is. As for these guys, they need to figure it out. The starting pitching staff needs to figure it out. You want to hear the ERAs of all 5 starters for the Toronto Blue Jays? And this is even with Yusei Kikuchi. And it's crazy this team is somehow 10-7. It baffles me. Chris Bassitt's team ERA, even with the last few starts being pretty good, 7.63. Not good. Jose Barrios, even after his 5 starts, or 5 innings against Tampa Bay, a 7.98. Not good. So, your 3-4 guys are 7.63 in Bassitt and 7.98 in Jose Barrios. Kevin Gausman, he had a 1.35 ERA going into the game today, but that is now a 3.65 because he got teed off on. Yusei Kikuchi, even after the first start being great and his last outing being great, it's still 470. Now, for him, that's okay. But it's still not great. And Alek Manoah, 6.98. Almost 3 of your 5 starters have a 7+ ERA. Alek Manoah just on the cusp of that. It's ugly. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You enjoyed the video and not the game today. Smack that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? There's not much to like at all. So let me know down below your thoughts on the game overall for the Toronto Blue Jays. Twitter and Instagram links are down below, so follow up, send me a DM, guys, all that great stuff. The Discord and TikTok links are down there as well. So follow up there if you guys have not done so already, and I will talk to you guys. Oh, Leafs Edition. Game 1, between the Leafs and Lightning tomorrow night, 7:30 puck drop at Scotiabank Arena. I'm stressed to no end. We shall see how it all plays out tomorrow night. As for the Blue Jays, they're back in action tomorrow night. Game 2 of the 3-game set in Houston against the Astros. Chris Bassitt gets the start for the Blue Jays tomorrow against Jose Urquidy. I believe it's another 8:10 first pitch there in Houston. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and definitely not this game today. We'll talk to you guys then.